Alright. In my dreams, a figure bathed in light named Izoth came and spoke words of great power. I have written them down and placed a scroll at Khotun's reach, where only the faithful will find it. Seek the first trail marker at the graveyard of ships. Wait, is this what I... Yep. So, in the endgame, this right here is an endgame dungeon where you can spawn one of the endgame bosses. So let's just say I've made the trip to this place at the endgame a few times. Let's go into this monastery and see if we can find out what's going on with the abbot. Hey, abbot! No?
Is anyone here?
Hello? Anybody home?
In the sacristy!
Lock the doors!
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Diablo!
Do as I say!
I think we may know why the abbot has not responded to Lorath.
He's here!
A Crusader's skull. That's not great.
I was so excited when I walked into the sacristy that day. Finally, my turn to enter the archive and explore the knowledge of darkness. Now, I'd give anything to forget what I've learned.
I do not have enough spirit. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
We're under attack!
Oh, you know it's... You know that something horrible happened here when you are hearing, like, ghostly screams. Like, just because we're encountering ghosts, but we're also hearing screams, like, from the ghosts here.
Lo, the great beast Tathamet was struck down, and its blackened husk sank below the abyss. There, it smoldered and festered, and from the ruin of its 7 heads were born 7 great evils, 3 primes and 4 lessers, enemies of all creation.
I mean, we learned a lot about this in 3 as well, so... But...
Not of not a man, a devil.
Maybe that's also for the folks that refused or left D3 and didn't care about it anymore, and for those who need a little bit of a refresher after all these years. Next one, we get our legendary node. I should also mention, one of the things that, I'll go ahead and mention this because I'm sure some of you probably were like, but, you know, when I was talking about how having one here and one here is better if you want to take advantage of the aspects, I think I may have also forgotten to mention that if you have a two-handed, you see that blue number there for the that unique? That gets increased if it's on a two-handed weapon. So that's why usually, as I was looking at videos about possible werewolf builds, like the Stormwolf build, it was recommended that if you want to go with that, what you could do is have a two-handed weapon and then put a certain aspect on that weapon, because then you'd be getting like 180% more damage from that aspect. Whereas a one-handed doesn't do as much. Doesn't do that much compared to a two-handed. So there is that to consider. If you have a specific build in mind where it doesn't require that many aspects, then it's probably better to go with the two-handed so you can get more damage out of it.
You abbot! Why did you let him in?
Commissioned during the time of troubles, the Orbe Archive once served to codify heresies for the Inquisition. Since then, the archive has expanded to the study of all evils, restricted to only the most devout scholars of Zakarum. Critics rightly fear the dangers of our scholarship, but ignorance of evil offers little protection from it. Our insights have
Protect the archive!
paladins, Horadrim, and angels alike in the fight against the darkness.
Unto evening, I shall keep it safe. And then...
Are you wounded? Where's the abbot?
The abbot opened the door,
And the pale devil smiled. He took the forbidden knowledge.
It's all right. I've cleared the way out. Can you walk?
there is no way out. What knowledge remains must never leave.
Unto evening I shall keep it safe, and into the night hereafter.
We must protect the archive.
I must wait a moment. I'm out of spirit. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
You who would seek to know darkness, kneel before the light. Speak the words of the litany and accept our holy burden.
I'm not ready yet.
Sakarum statue, a statue with a litany of Orbe Monastery. Unto evening I shall keep it safe, and into the night hereafter. Through the day I have prepared to accept this burden of knowledge. From morning my eyes were opened, and I saw the coming darkness.
From morning, my eyes were opened, and I saw the coming darkness. Through the day, I have prepared to accept the burden of knowledge. Unto evening, I shall keep it safe, and into the night hereafter.
Abbott, we need to leave, now.
No. I deserve to burn with the rest of it.
Where is Elias?
Gone. He said the ruin of Sanctuary was imminent and only I could help. He is going to summon a lesser evil. He took all he needed. And then my scholars, he murdered them. My friends, forgive me.
Great.
I'm not ready yet.
The whole of human knowledge shall be shared among the children of Lilith, and no secret shall be kept from them, and the liars and learned thieves of the world shall perish in their regret.
Alright, let's go turn in. I collected the bones off camera. Let's go turn this in. And then let's go let Lorath know about what happened here at this monastery. Here are the bones.
Hope this helps. I would buy you an ale if we had anything decent around here. Your payment as promised.
By the way, in case you can't tell, this was one of the strongholds. Alright, now... The abbot and his scholars were murdered by Elias.
What did he take?
Scrolls from the Forbidden Archive. He has the means to summon a lesser evil.
He what? Which bloody one? Oh, of course we don't know. The lesser evils are second in power only to the primes. If Elias can summon one to his control, he could drown us all in blood.
So, you probably may have an idea as to which one. It was actually kind of spoiled in the promotional material for this game when it was first announced. They actually showed it. I remember seeing a clip of one of them at BlizzCon, like as they were advertising it as a possible world boss, just to show people, hey, this is going to be sort of like an MMO. There's going to be world bosses in this game. But let's just say that considering that the last game had Asmodan and Belial, it's likely it won't be either of those two. And considering how much I've talked about how they were trying to have this kind of be a successor to 2 instead of 3, it's likely it's either Andariel or Duriel.
They're coming to a hell rift. I will close it. Put them down.
I do not have enough spirit. I must wait a moment.
So, it actually cut him up. I said, far too easy. These demons were vermin. I'd expect more from a mage of Elias's ability.
I must wait a moment. I'm out of spirit.
The Carver's House. A demonic scroll. Oh, lovely.
Tread carefully. Elias could still be close. See what you can find.
Scrolls of incantations for the summoning of minor demons. Drawings resemble the four-legged demons in the canyons.
Today, Master Elias called at my door. I had trouble with my words, so I showed him my carvings. He said he could see my pain in them. The pain of a lonely man who had learned to hate the world. And yet, our mother, Lilith, found me beautiful. He said there are others like me as well. And together, we will build the new world.
Broken carvings. The remains of a fine stone statue smashed to pieces. Oh.
What a damn mess.
An expertly carved statue of Lilith, covered in blood and viscera. Here's what I found.
Burning hells! We're too late. Elias is long gone. This Genbar is our summoner.
How can you be certain?
Isn't it obvious? Elias finds Genbar alone, friendless, full of anger. So he plays him like a fiddle, offers him Lilith's love and a part in his grand delusion. Then he gives him tools to express his anger.
Summoning scrolls.
Very perceptive. Who knows how long Genbar has stewed in this madness? Let's hope he can still be questioned.
Oh, Mother, Thank you for opening my eyes. Your hatred fills my heart. I cannot stop my hands from working.
Gamba, you poor fool.
I'm not ready yet.
Thank you for sending Master Elias to show me the way. I long for the day when we stand by your side and set the cleansing fire.
Ganbar.
Visitors? Did Master Elias send you?
Master Elias? Well, yes, in fact he did. Ours is a very important mission. We have something for the Master, but we had heard he was with you. Do you know where he is?
Liar! Dirty pig's-born liar! The Master has all he needs!
Oh boy.
Now, my wretches! To me! Master Elias, hear me! Your enemies are here!
I have waited a very long time for this. I have a gift for you.
That is a proper demon. Watch your ass.
I think it cut him off. He said, "Oh, Elias, how vicious you've become." So what happens now?
Bad news first. Gembar was expecting someone. It seems Elias has turned others to his madness. Taught them to summon too, I'd wager. You heard Gembar. The Master has all he needs. They're about to do something drastic.
And the good news?
Elias gave us a gift, remember? This demon he sent to kill us, it is unique. It requires constant feeding. Human sacrifices, in fact. If I cut open its belly, someone inside might hold a clue. Tell us where it came from. I must have it brought to Kedbardu for examination. We'll meet there later. Lead me to my work.
So he's gonna take this thing to Kedbardu. Just in case you didn't catch that. Why would Elias target the Dry Steppes?
The Dry Steppes have no Cathedral of Light, no Druids, and their capital city, Gulran, has been sacked. Many are vulnerable, just like Genbar. We must learn what Elias has planned for them.
You knew Elias. Has Lilith corrupted him somehow?
Elias had a talent for persuasion. Convenient trait for a Haradrim, given our dealings. But he could be relentless when he wanted something. Even cruel. In that way, he and Lilith are similar. Suffering, bloodshed. To them, these are a means to an end. They will bring out the worst in each other.
So this next one bothers me because he literally just explained this to our character earlier, and yet apparently our character wasn't listening because the option here is, what are the lesser evils, sir?
Perhaps you were too young. The prime evils you should know. Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal. The lessers are their rotten kin. Asmodan, Belial, Andariel, and Juriel. Each of them has ravaged humankind since the dawn of history, and they will gladly do so again.
So this next scene actually bothers me a bit, because I actually totally understand where Lorath is coming from. That examining this thing and what's inside it can help us figure out where Elias could be. It could help us be able to figure out what's going on, right? So yeah, he dragged this thing here and set it up here. I don't know how, or how he was able to let them bring it inside. Like, I'm surprised the people here in the city just let him bring it here. And, I guess helped him get it set up like this, because that thing is big. Lorath is old. I don't think he would have had the means to literally just, like, easily carry this thing on his own and set it up like this, you know? I have a bit of an issue with the setup of this scene. But the other part is, I totally get where he's coming from, and I actually, like, am in favor of it. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this. Partly because of the reaction of these two guys when we go through this. Because I think... Well, let's watch the scene first. I'm here. What's next?
At last, Elias's pet demon is inside, ready for the knife.
Could Elias know we survived his attack?
Oh, he knows. And that means we are running out of time. Come, let's see if his demon ate something useful.
What happened between you and Elias?
He asked me endless prying questions. Frankly, I should be more concerned about your past. Trusting one so connected to Lilith is quite a risk on my part, and one I do not take lightly.
Let's begin.
It was protecting that fool. Genma.
This is Elias's work. But where is he? The answer lies in the stomach. This is delicate. The soft noble's hand. Elias would have to feed this thing with more than fancy boots.
That's someone's son.
Or daughter.
We should burn demons.
This is wrong!
This medallion bears the crest of the ruler of the royal house of Gulran.
Former ruler.
Obviously.
That's enough, old man. The dead deserve respect.
The dead deserve nothing when the living are in danger. Now Gulran has a new ruler, and we have Elias to thank for it.
The dead may be worthless to you, but that medallion could bring peace to those two mourning.
Fine. If we are to find Elias, then we must also travel to Gulran. Meet me there, and be swift about it.
So...
Oh, and avoid the city gates. Too many cannibals. Go to the cliffs. We'll find help there.
I guess here's my issue with this scene. He has the right idea. Like I said, what we found in there actually gave us an idea as to where Elias is. So now we have a lead on actually going to find him. And it's like... I guess my issue is with those other two guys, because he's trying to find Elias to be able to, you know, stop all this from happening, or more deaths from happening. And I guess Lorath's could have said them a little bit better. That really set those guys off. I mean, the guy is right when he's like, oh, we should burn demons. Well, yeah, you can go ahead and burn it after we have gone through and, you know, examining its remains so we can figure out what's going on. But you're just like, oh, you shouldn't do it in the first place. We're trying to find out where Elias is to stop more deaths from happening. But, hey, you want more deaths to happen? Okay, fine, we won't. And we'll just let it, you know, more come here and kill you guys. Is that what you guys want? You know? Now, I do also want you guys to remember this quote of what Laura said. The dead deserve nothing when the living are in danger. I want you to remember that quote for later. Just keep that in the back of your mind, especially when we get towards the end of the game. Okay? But yeah, at this point I would have been like, okay, yeah, we've examined it. Now go ahead and burn it, if that's what you guys want, you know? I think having them there when it was happening was a mistake on Laura's part. But maybe they made it where it was like, it's like, you can only bring that in here if we're present. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Alright, Lorath, I'm here.
Good of you to come. Pity you didn't bring an army or siege works.
Elias is here?
Gone to the palace, no doubt. Behind the high wall with the gates barred behind him. We can't get through.
You know who can.
Zelaya.
Sure. How many messages did I send? Huh? How long has Oyun been missing? Trapped in there with those butchers? She may be the only one left who knows of the tunnel.
If she's still alive. If this tunnel exists at all.
You don't trust me?
Of course not. You're a thief. Useful years ago, true. But it's clear you have some other reason to seek this Oyun.
Not your business.
If I were to look for Oyun, where would I start?
She has a house in the market square. We were supposed to meet there before, but I couldn't get close.
Tried to come back alive. Not convinced this Oyun is worth the risk, but perhaps you'll prove me wrong.
Yeah. Have a little faith for once, old man.
Yeah, let's just say we're going to have a habit of proving Lorath wrong in this game, which is part of my issue with this character in this game. But then again, they don't fully let us know about all the details of what has happened and what Lorath has gone through from the end of D3 to now. And that's something I think would really help. I would personally really love to know all the different things that Lorath has gone through since the end of Diablo 3 up till this point. But as far as I know, they never really go into that. And I think it would really help. Maybe at some point we will find out more. I don't know. I'm not one of those who believes in the whole, oh, it's better if we don't know. You know, it helps with the mystery and you get to create your own idea. No, I don't want to speculate. I want to know the actual, like, what the author says. Oh yeah, this is actually what happened to Lorath during this time period. Because I could come up with, you know, who knows what. That doesn't mean that's what actually happened. It's one of the reasons why I loved the Chronicles books back when they were considered canon. When it came to actually knowing the actual facts of what happened in World of Warcraft. When it came to its background lore. Because it was the author letting us know, so this is what actually happened as opposed to what has been speculated upon in-game by the characters and such. I'm extremely in favor of that. I know there are plenty of those who don't. I know some people who are absolutely opposed to that because they like having things be extremely vague because they think it actually helps. Or makes it better. I can't bring myself to possibly agree with that. But that's just, you know, that's gonna depend on the individual. Like, I would like a compromise method. Like, I would like those who do want to know can go find it and be able to actually acquire the knowledge of knowing, oh, so this is what actually happened. While those who don't want to know can be able to completely avoid it. Like, I totally understand those who like to have it be vague, that they enjoy that. But I just don't personally enjoy that or agree with it.
I must wait a moment.
Lots of dead people around here. Lots of corpses. But they did give us a pretty good idea that, yeah, there's a lot of horrible things in here that are killing a lot of people. Lots of dead people.
I'm not ready yet. I'm looking for someone named Oyun.
The cannibals killed them all.
I like to imagine he saw me walk in, he was like, oh gosh, werewolves! And then I spoke, and then he's like, oh, you're a druid. Oh, thank goodness. Because how would you react if all of a sudden 4 werewolves just walked into your house? You'd probably be like, oh gosh! Now, of course, our character here...
Thank you! Thank you!
Have you seen someone named Oyun?
I don't know. The cannibals are rounding everyone up, killing, feasting. But a few, they drag away. The prisons, I heard. Why would these monsters keep anyone alive?
Prisons.
Yeah, you probably don't want to know.
Oyun lives.
Like, the benefit that our druid in this setting has is being able to talk with her own actual voice, even in werewolf form.
Have you seen someone named Oyun?
Are you mad? Save yourself!
Compared to, say, a Worgen in WoW who's like, have you seen someone named Oyun? But then again, our druid could also shapeshift back, depending on the cutscene. And normally they would be if it wasn't for the chest piece I have. But you guys know what I'm talking about, like how Gen talks with his normal human voice in his human form, but when he goes to his Worgen form, he has to talk like this. I tried to save her. But of course, this is a Diablo game. The chances that I actually save somebody this game?
I must
please. Saving people in a Diablo game. As if that could ever happen.
I must wait a moment. I'm not ready yet.
Man, just wait till I get to level 55, and I put on those 925 pieces of gear that I got. And I could still get more. This event is still going on for another 2 or 3 days? Now we have our legendary node. Critical strikes will restore more spirit. It's only 2 spirit, but still. Like, I saw that it's even recommended as part of that endgame build I was looking up. Because you can apparently become a critical strike just machine with one of those kind of builds, whether it's the Stormwolf build or the Toxic Wolf build. Like, you can just go kind of nuts with the critical strikes.
I'm not ready yet.
because one of the main focuses is Shred. That's like one of the main focuses of the build. But Shred does cost a decent... It costs 35 spirit every time you cast it. So as you can imagine, if you're going to be doing a lot of Shred to do a whole bunch of your damage, you're going to need a lot of spirit to spend.
Wait a moment.
Oh, wow. Never mind. I popped my cooldown and he just got one shot by my werewolf buddies.
Ogun! Are you here?
Who's there?
A friend.
You're not him. Who are you? The chopping. It stopped and I thought he was coming for me next.
Your friend Zolaya sent me.
She's still here?
You'll see her soon. We need to get through the market.
I know another way. It's safer. The old prison wing. It was sealed off years ago after an earthquake.
Alright, lead the way. Another one of my werewolf is stuck in the air.
Cannibals come from?
Here. They were prisoners. A clan of bandits. Led by Tyrant Bro. I overheard them talking about a new age to come and the man who would bring it. Elias. I think he turned them into these monsters. Set them free.
Yeah. Let's just say Brol.
That used to be the entrance to the old prison wing. Can you break through?
Is pretty terrible.
No! I thought it would be safe this way.
We'll get through. Stay close.
Yeah, don't worry. You're with a pretty strong werewolf druid and who has some werewolf buddies. Trust me, they'll protect you.
I must wait a moment. Not ready yet.
I like how once I told them to go after that guy, they were looking for a path to go after him until they finally got him. Like, even though there was this wall around them, they were determined to find a way to get to him. I like that.
A crack in the wall. We made it. I can't stop my hands from shaking. Give me a moment.
Sure. So, who are the overseers?
Royal blood. Ruled Guran for generations. Decadent and cruel. But they were saints compared to Bro.
Yeah, like I said, Brol is pretty terrible. What do you know about Elias?
I saw him at the royal court. He walked in unannounced. Demanded the city to be given to him. The overseers sent him to the prisons, of course. They laughed about the strange man all night. That was the last time they laughed.
And why didn't you escape?
I was waiting for Zolaya at my home. When I realized she wasn't coming, I tried to run. But those monsters caught me.
Are you ready?
Yes. Where is she?
Follow me.
Keep that beast quiet.
Shh! It's safe now. Nothing will get you up here. Zolaya!
Oh, Yun! Oh, you've come back to me!
You waited. Kept yourself in danger.
Oh, you stubborn cow. Of course I waited. Where would I go without you to tell me?
Anywhere away from here.
Yes, well.
Aww.
You're a lucky fool, I'll give you that.
Lorath here sent this one to find you. They need your help getting into the palace.
There's an old escape tunnel. The entrance is in the caverns nearby. Behind an alcove marked with the Overseer's cross. Twin sabers joined at the hilt. Press the left pommel to open the way.
Caverns. Could be worse.
Wanderer. Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Let's go.
You're welcome.
Hiya!
And you too.
I think that was the merchant's horse. Best not tell him.
I won't if you don't.
You know, when we first met, I assumed this connection you have with Lilith would lead you to darkness, as it has Elias. But after the good you've done here, maybe I was wrong. We shall see.
Now, let's get into this secret tunnel.
While you were in the city, I was thinking on Elias's plans. Which of the lesser evils he means to summon. What he did to go round is a clue.
He has drowned it in blood.
Meaning his goal is likely Duriel or Andariel.
What's the difference?
Duriel feeds off physical pain, Andariel revels in mental and emotional torment. Whichever one it is, if Elias succeeds, many more cities will share Gulran's fate. Our only hope is he hasn't completed the summoning yet.
I'm pretty sure if they were around, we would know. Like, we saw the influence that Andariel had back in D2. And Duriel had some influence in D2 as well, but as I pointed out when we were going through D2, they constantly mentioned Andariel throughout Act 1. They never once brought up Duriel in Act 2. We didn't know about Duriel until we were actually there. Until we actually got to the Tomb of Tal Rasha, put the rod in there, went through the hole in the wall, and there he was. You know? And it was just like, oh! Hi, Duriel! Oh, I'm dead, you know? Now, that wasn't my experience because I knew he was going to be there, but from what I've heard, that was the experience for a lot of other people because they didn't know. First time they encountered him, it was just like, huh, what's this? BAM! Dead.
I must wait a moment.
There. Ahead. Could that be it? Twin sabers. Just as Oyun described. Wait. Do you hear that? Voices.
Why do we stay here? Need more prey, more meat.
And you will have it once Elias has finished his grand work.
What work?
You will see soon, bro. The seeds we have sown will bear fruit. Gulran will be reborn, and so will...
What work?
Elias, he is poised to summon Andariel into the world. Her power will lift us to new heights. And of course, you will have more meat.
I want to watch.
Certainly, great bro. You will be the guest of honor.
Well, now we know. And like I said, if that was an example, Broll is just awful. You notice he just straight up just cleaved the guy and killed him. Just like without hesitation. And remember, he's like the leader of the cannibals, so he's right now just more interested in getting more meat to eat. As in, more people to eat. And he was a big boy, in case you didn't notice.
Andariel, the Maiden of Anguish. That is the lesser evil he means to summon. Heavens help us.
Oh no, the heavens are not going to help us. It's going to have to be just us. I mean, unless you know something about Tyrael that you're not telling me, Lorath.
I'm out of spirit.
That's right, spread that rabies. So many chests.
I must wait a moment. I must wait a moment. I need more spirit.
Character got very stuck there for a moment. Elias's throne room, really? He got his own throne room.
To call forth the maiden, you will not disturb him.
I must wait a moment.
Uh-huh. Yeah. A gruesome collection of partially eaten corpses. Scraps of fine clothing suggest that these may be the remains of the royal family. Not anymore.
Look at all this. An archive of the Forbidden, handpicked by Elias himself. He must be planning to summon Andariel somewhere else. But he did his research here. Look around. There might be some clues that can tell us where the ritual will take place.
Sketches of 3 shrines, each depicting one of the primevals, Diablo, Baal, and Mephisto. Below the drawings, Elias has written, "Only the blessed can open the way." I can't replicate the voice of the actor who plays him. I love his voice, but it's hard to actually replicate it, you know? Oh, thank you, Elias, for your lockbox. What have you found?
I recognize many of these books. He must have stolen them from the Roderick vault.
An old worn map. A map of Mount Sivo. At the center of the map is the Temple of the Primes, an ancient complex buried beneath Mount Sivo. Notes are scrawled across the paper. They appear to be calculations for how much of Gulran's populace would be needed to excavate the temple. Elias's journal.
The prophecy is unfolding before my eyes. I was right to act on it. When the prime evils come, they will find no easy prey. We will be ready. Our rebirth begins here. With Andariel chained to the heart of Gulran, she will feed on the suffering in this city of anguish, and we in turn will feed on her. Andariel's power will be ours to wield against the other lords of hell. If more must die to see it come to pass, so be it. I will not fail you, Mother.
Like I said, I love his voice, and there's a reason why he's also been starting to get more work in recent years. As much as I have a problem, and I had numerous problems with the game, I pronounce it vampire because of how it's spelled, but apparently the developer said it's supposed to be called vampire, but I just call it vampire. I really liked this gentleman as the main character we played. Dr. Jonathan Richard, I believe or Jonathan Reed was his name in-game. He apparently was also in the Elden Ring game, which I have not played. And he's been getting some more work, like Elias here. Like I said, I have a bad history with Vampire when it comes to how it was designed, and especially also when they tried to acquiesce to some of us, but they did so in a way that I found a little insulting. Because, well, I would have to go into detail about that, and that this is not the place for that. But of all the problems I have with Vampire, that actor was certainly not one of them. So here's what I found.
Andariel, chained to the heart of Gulran. Her evil will not stay contained here. It will drown the land in suffering.
This is beyond madness.
Quite the opposite. Elias's mind is clear for once. When I knew him, he was searching for purpose. I couldn't give him one, and so he found it in Lilith. I didn't stop him. I let him become this.
Now is our chance to make it right, before things get even worse.
Yes, we have what we need. The summoning will take place at the Temple of the Primes in Mount Sivo. Now to find a way out. Knowing Elias, he would have had an escape route in case things didn't go his way. Behind the bookcase, I guess that's the one thing he learned from me.
Behind the bookcase.
Should have killed him when I had the chance. We must hurry.
Alright, when we come back, we are going to be heading to a temple that has shrines dedicated to the prime evils. And we may learn some things that are a little interesting. Stay tuned.